Welcome to another edition of Fix 64. Today I have something a little different, an older machine from 2011, I believe, an Alienware M11x R3. I just acquired this from eBay, and I kind of like to collect vintage computers. This I don't think classifies as vintage quite yet. Anyway, I was just thinking, I'll throw an SSD in it and 16 gigs of RAM. See, this is a terabyte, I think. Yeah. Terabyte SSD and 16 gigs of RAM. And what this had originally was a 11-inch screen. Came with Windows 7, 8 gigs of RAM, DDR3L 1600, 500 gigabytes of hard drive, 7200 RPM SATA drive, an i5 1.4 gigahertz 2537M CPU, and an NVIDIA GT540M. So, yeah, it won't play much nowadays, but, it's fun to have it in a collection. So, I will take it out of here and we'll see what it looks like. Oh yeah, I love that red color. That is pretty. Oh yeah, it even had a lot of ports for back then. You had the headphone, microphone, USB on that side, display port, HDMI, another USB, Ethernet, 2 card slots, and a 1394 Firewire port. So yeah, I could actually take some video off of my old digital camcorders if I wanted to edit ultra slow and like I was back in time. And yep, there's the bottom of it, and as you can see, the battery is still good on it. That's pretty cool. And I think someone has already cleaned out the fans and stuff. It looks pretty clean. So maybe it was repasted already. I don't know. I'm not going to be repasting today though. Okay, let's start taking it apart and see what we have. I guess they're captive screws. I'm not able to pull any out so far. One does not want to go. There we go. Okay. First of all, let's disconnect the battery. And yeah, looks like there's the Wi-Fi card, spinny hard drive, and the RAM sticks. Very accessible. Alright, let's do the hard drive first. Because everything's captive. That makes it nice. There we go. Oh, okay. Hard drive's got a little adapter. Cool. I don't know why I just like to buy old computers and upgrade them just for the fun of it. Okay, there's the SATA drive, 500 gigabytes. Oh, this is only a 5400 RPM. They must have just put the 7200s in the higher end ones. Alright, fits in there perfect. Yeah, I don't know if we'll actually ever game on this thing or anything, but you know, I do some retro gaming here and there. And make sure that adapter goes down. Yep. And one thing I didn't do is think about what OS I'm going to put on this. Do I just stick with the retro Windows 7 or maybe try Linux? I don't know. Maybe put down in the comments what you think I should put on here. Yes, 4 gigabytes. Let's upgrade this beast to a whole 16 gigabytes. That's team group here. They've been pretty good. Team group. Haven't had any problems. Of course, I just said that. Okay. One. And two. Cool. Reattach the battery. And let's put this thing back together. Oh, I can see why that was giving me trouble. Yeah, okay. Oh, those captive screws make it nice. And I don't lose them. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Now let's see if she still turns on. Okay. Yep. Beautiful. Check cable connection. No bootable device. Oh yeah. We can't exactly boot without the operating system. Okay, let me know down below what operating system you think I should put on this, and maybe I'll make a video doing that. Alright, as you can see, I've gotten into the BIOS, M11x R3, A05. The BIOS version. Intel Core i5-2537M, 1.4 gigahertz. Intel Sandy Bridge integrated graphics, and an NVIDIA GeForce 540M. And there's 16 gigs of RAM now, 8 and 8. Cool. So that worked. Yep, SATA hard drive 1, Bang Zang 1 terabyte. It's seeing everything. We are good to go. If you're interested in more retro upgrades or new builds or whatever, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe, and then you can tell when my new videos are out. I usually do 2 a week. Yep, that was a quick and easy upgrade to a retro Alienware machine. Okay, I guess that's it. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you. See y'all later.